Hello, this is Silent Strider and welcome back to the Striderverse. These videos are a free resource for DMs to use to get better acquainted with Roll20 and to help streamline your games by improving processes. Today in Roll20 we are looking at player auras, auras that we can set up on the token to represent an aura provided by an ability. So, when I think of auras, the first class that comes to mind is the Notorious Paladin. At level 6, Paladins gain an ability called Aura of Protection. It is a 10-foot aura that extends off of the player, or off the token in Roll20, that provides a bonus to all saving throws equal to the Paladin's Charisma modifier. So the Paladin included and anyone else inside that aura gain that bonus. Setting it up is actually really simple, which we will get started with now. We're going to move the player ribbon to this map. Jump over here. We already have 2 tokens on the board. I'd like to introduce Sarkonis and Kargath. Sarkonis is a high-level paladin. Kargath is a level 5 forge cleric. And Sarkonis has the ability Aura of Protection. Now let's say hypothetically an enemy is about to cast a fireball on these two. And Sarkonis calls out to his allies and says, hey, get close to me. If you're inside my aura, you get a bonus to your saving throw equal to, well, in Sarkonis' case, +5 because he has a 20 in charisma, a +5 charisma modifier. But right now, on the player point of view, Kargath can't really see where that aura is. Aside from knowing that he just said 10 feet, well, if he said 10 feet, he's like, okay, well, here's 5 feet away, here's 10 feet away. Simpler way. Let's set up an aura. As a DM, I'm going to, well, let's hold off on that. Kargath, being a cleric, he has an ability, a spell, at level 5. He's level 5. He has Spirit Guardians. Spirit Guardians, when activated, extend 15 feet. Yeah, 15 feet for the duration. So we could set up a aura on Kargath. Let's see, we double click on the token. As a player can double click on their token, type in 15 feet, hit save settings, and now they have an aura. The downside is it's shown here on the DM side because obviously being a DM, but the other players won't be able to see this unless the DM gives view permission to that aura. So let's get rid of that real quick and move back over to Sarkonis. So when I say player permissions, I mean these 3 dots. For example, if you want your players to be able to see each other's health somewhat, maybe not an exact value, but we can mouse over the attribute bar for their HP, click the 3 dots, and click on C. Edit allows the player to edit their health, edit the number. So like if they take damage, they can just subtract however much HP, or if they get healed, add however much HP. So player permissions, we want to click on C, save settings, and now Kargath can see Sarkonis' health bar above here. If Sarkonis has taken, let's say, 100 damage, he now sees there is a health deficit. He can see the bar is missing some HP. It's a way for you to allow your players to see each other's health. Not the exact numbers, but they can see who on their team has been damaged. I like turning it on. Some DMs think it's meta knowledge and don't want that. But honestly, if like IRL, you should be able to see if your enemies have sustained some damage. They might be bruised or bloodied, things like that. Well, having a health bar is an easy telltale sign that, oh yeah, he's taking some damage, or he's really bad off. So let's go ahead and get Sarkonis healed back up. Now we'll go back to the aura. That's similar to allowing players permission to see another's HP. We can do the same with an aura by mousing over and clicking the C button. If we don't, Sarkonis can turn on an aura on his token, save settings. Now he sees it, but Kargath does not see anything. Let's go back and give the players the C permission. Save. Now Kargath can see that aura. Maybe not the best color based upon the map background, so let's change the color. Scroll back down, click on tint color, and let's make it a bright teal. There we go. Now Kargath knows exactly when he's in and when he's outside of that aura. Now, one thing I do want to point out is that we're modifying the token, not the actual character sheet. So if I delete this token, drop the character back on the board, it's gone. So to make the change permanent, I need to either edit the token by opening the character sheet, clicking edit token properties, and here I can give player permission to see the HP, give player permission to see the aura. But there is another way. Let's say with tokens on the board, and we want to do that same thing. Double click the token. As a DM, you have this button here, update default token. So any changes you make to an existing token, and then let's give the C permissions on the HP, let's give an aura, let's make it bright teal, and give C permissions, save settings. Now it's there, but like I said, if I drop another token out, settings are not saved because that's just the one token we've edited. So let's get rid of that one. Let's go back to this token and hit update default token. That is going to update any future tokens that are for that character that are dropped onto the board. So now let's look at Kargath. He doesn't have Spirit Guardians active. Paladins, once they reach level 6, their aura protection is always active. Spirit Guardians, on the other hand, only active when the spell is cast and concentration is maintained. But we can go ahead and set up Kargath's token to give players permission to see it, even though we're not setting it up yet. You could do the same thing for aura too if you wanted to have a second aura. Save. Now, when Kargath casts his Spirit Guardians, he can double click his token. I forgot to do something. Update default token. Save settings. There. Now Kargath can create an aura on himself, and we've already given it permission for other players to see. 15 feet for Spirit Guardians, and now any of the allies would be able to see that aura because we've given the C permissions. When he drops concentration, player can remove the aura before the spell runs out. That's really it. Simple, easy thing to do to add auras to tokens. As I mentioned before, the Paladin's aura extends out from the token 10 feet, so not from the center. So if I actually used a measurement tool, went from the center, it's longer than 10 feet. It's actually, the reason why is because it extends from the outside of the token, out from the token 10 feet. 10 feet. And that's it. That's how to set up tokens on. That's how to set up auras on players' tokens. Again, this is Silent Strider. I want to thank you for stopping by the Striderverse. Hope you found this video helpful, and be on the lookout for additional videos I upload for Roll20 tutorials. Thanks again for stopping by.